Welcome to my channel. In this video I managed to form every possible alliance that could be formed in the game Hearts of Iron 4. For example, the African Union, South American Union, North America, European Union, Middle East, and Chinese Empire, and Soviet Union, and Japan. And now we want to see if with all these alliance what would still break out in the world, and that must be said that I increased the tension in the world and I increased that to 100%, so that means that we have a high potential of wars. In addition, in this game we have more balance. For example, the Middle East that didn't have any power in the normal game, now they have lots of oil resources, and so that means that they can export their oil, so they can expand their industry. And for example, Africa is more powerful now, South America is more powerful now, but do you know the European Union is the most powerful country because they include of Germany, France, Spain, and all industrial countries. Before we continue video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and say your opinion in the comments. Let's go. Let some time pass, but at first let's see the flags of this United. There's a European United, the Soviet Union, Middle East, Africa, and you see that the flags are changed. And let's see, that's about Africa and South America and North America. That's a mix of USA flag with another flags, Mexico and Canada's flag, and the Chinese Empire. So, and there's a British Raj. British Raj is still puppet of European countries. Now I see the Eurospring in South America. Brazil wanted to conquer South of America completely, but we have to pay attention that North American United guaranteed South America's United. Because of that, maybe the North America involved the war and saved the South American empire. But now they still didn't make their decision and they didn't involve this war. So that means that the countries cannot get along with each other, and maybe because of domination, and they want to conquer a continent completely for themselves and for their name. Now let's see the ranks. European Union is the first country in the world, then North America, then China, and then Soviet Union, and then Japan, and then Middle East, and then Africa. Now I see that Stalin declared war on Middle East, and that's clear why Stalin decided to declare war on them, because in Middle East is there lots of oil resources. Besides that, in Middle East doesn't have a powerful army. Because of that might not be really challenging for Soviet Union with that army. And now I see that USA changed their country and there is no North American ally. Because of that, that's like Brazil. You know, USA said that I am the most powerful country in the North America, so I have to control all the continent, all the North America, like Brazil. The scenario copied. But let's talk about the Soviet Union. Soviet Union also can access to the open seas, and because of that, maybe the Middle East is just is like a dam for the power expansion. And now I see that Japan had declared war on Chinese Empire, and that's clear why they did that, because part of China was a colony of Japan, because maybe Japan wants to reclaim them. And now the South American Federation, South American Empire collapsed, and let's see what happened. A part of South American has been conquered by USA, and then the part of South America has conquered by Brazil and Sao Paulo maybe. And so there is no allies in the south of America anymore. And now we see the communist USA. Maybe they wanted to allies with Soviet Union, but because of their war, because Soviet Union's war, now that wouldn't happen now. But China had found some good alliance for themselves, like European Union. So China absolutely can defeat Japan with this situation, because European Union is the most powerful allies in the world now. And also we see that Stalin tried to conquer the Middle East absolutely with the powerful army that's possible. And I see some navy operation in the south of China. Japan tried to conquer their land, but absolutely there will be fail. I see that Stalin tried to conquer the capital of Middle East, that's in the Baghdad, the center of Middle East. and they had lots of oil resources. And we see the good advancing in the Middle East territory. They came near the capital. Maybe they would fast conquer the capital, and the war would be over. And the Middle East army is not able to defend themselves because Soviet Union has one of the most powerful armies in the world. And now I see that they conquered Baghdad, and the election, that's what the communists, and we speed up the game, and now they are moving to the Istanbul, the next capital, and after conquering Istanbul, absolutely they will the war would be over, and they can conquer Middle East. And now I see that the war is over. They conquered lots of land from Middle East, and they made a puppet in Saudi Arabia. And now I see that Stalin joined the China and European Union, so we have a world united maybe now, because there is in this united and this alliance we have Soviet Union, China, Europe, and North America also. So there is just the United States of Africa and South America that they didn't join this faction, and they are not really powerful, and we don't have any South America's allies. So maybe we should say that just Africa avoid to join them, and maybe they are not really powerful to do that. I saw that Tokyo has been fallen, but now they retake the state. That's really hard to annex Japan, because Japan is a island, and you need a really powerful navy and air support to conquer their land. Because of that takes time, but I'm surely they cannot stand for a long time, because the USA, the European Union, Soviet Union, China, they have also a large amount of divisions, and the powerful division. They are really powerful nations. So absolutely Japan cannot stand against them, but maybe that just takes time for them. And absolutely they will increase their number of navy operation in the future, and Japan would be under high pressure in this war. But Japan had a good navy, and they have good air force support, so maybe they can save some time for themselves to avoid conquering. But now I see that there are large amount of military movement near the Japan's border, especially in China, and they again had a navy operation in Japan, but the Japanese soldiers resist against them with their power. So but they failed again, and they couldn't annex Japan again. But they increased the number of the navy operation. That means that again and again they would do it, and maybe Japan lose a lots of men in this war, and after sometimes they are not able anymore to defend themselves. And now we see that the really alliance and united of the world, because now we have a Soviet Union, China, and North America, and so European Union. The all nation decided to work with each other, and now I see that Japan cannot resist anymore, and lots of number of divisions from USA, European Union, and Soviet Union conquered their land, and Japanese people are not able to defend themselves. And after a while, Japan surrendered. And now that we see that the Soviet Union left the faction, maybe in the next part, Soviet Union declare war on the other countries.